Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video, and in today's video I just want to talk about follow-up attack generally speaking and how you can be playing follow-up attack in your account so that you're able to complete more of the endgame contents in Honkai Star Rail. Now follow-up attack used to be a very niche way of dealing damage. Now the release of the new characters, Hoyoverse, is really pushing for follow-up attack to be a mainstream way of doing damage in the meta right now. In this video I'll be talking very generally about follow-up attacks, how it works, how you can maximize your damage to do the most amount of FUA in your teams. And one more thing before we start, I won't really be talking about the light cones because light cones are very specific to each character, and if I were to talk about a light cone for a specific character, this video can be very long, so I want to generalize as much as possible. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And with all that said, let's begin with this video. So generally, how does follow-up attack works? Basically, a condition will be met and your characters will be attacking the enemy or doing certain actions whenever a condition is being triggered. Now for example, Herta, when you deal an attack and an opponent's health drops to below 50%, she will do a follow-up attack. Another example will be Jade. She has this stacking thing, and basically if you hit 8 stacks, she will do a massive amount of damage, and this damage is considered a follow-up attack. So these are just some of the examples. Different characters have different examples for the follow-up attack, and there are certain synergies. So now what are the some teams you can play right now in the meta which are considered follow-up attack teams? There is 2 different types of teams right now. The first one is the AoE follow-up attack teams. This is the more traditional way you can be playing FUA. Some examples of the characters are like Herta, Himeko, and with the inclusion of Jade, you have the 3 of them being the 3 musketeers of AoE FUA teams. Generally speaking, if you want to clear AoE content, you'll be running this 3 together. And now the new way you can be playing FUA is a single target FUA. With the release of Fei Xiao, she does a lot of single target damage, and most of her damage, I would dare say almost all her damage, is FUA, including her ultimate. Technically speaking, she is the strongest single target FUA character we have in the game, and alongside her you also have free-to-play sub DPS FUA with Hunt March 7 being the best support for Fei Xiao, and you also have Mose and Topaz being great sub DPS for single target FUA. Let's talk about what are some relics you can use for a FUA team. The most general relic you should all be using is the Ash Blazing Grand Duke. This will increase your follow-up attacks and will also be stacking. As the battle goes, you will just generally be doing more damage. The other set you can also use is the Wind Soaring Valorous. This set increases your attack and crit rate whenever you use a follow-up attack, but the main reason you're using this attack is if your character does more damage with their ultimate. So a good example for this is for Fei Xiao. Fei Xiao uses this set very well. It's pretty much her best set. Obviously for other characters, there are other more niche sets. For example, Jade wants the Genius of Brilliant Stars, and Hunt March 7 actually wants the Musketeer. But generally speaking, for most follow-up attack characters, you would want the Ash Blazing Grand Duke set on them. Obviously, do take note for your preservation characters, harmony characters, and even abundance characters, you might want to use other sets to help better support your team. But overall, for most of the DPS, you'll be sticking to the Ash Blazing Grand Duke set. For the Planar Ornaments, this is where it's a little bit tricky and you need to understand how your character works in order to choose the set. The first set you will be using is the Inert South Soto set. Generally, this is a very strong set because increasing crit rate is just fantastic, and also increasing FUAs in general, including your ultimate, is just very good. The other set is the Duran set. Basically, whenever your ally uses a follow-up attack, you gain a stack, and these stacks will increase your wearer's crit damage once you hit 5 stacks. If your character follow-up attacks a lot and does damage based on their ultimate and follow-up attack, you can use the Inner South Soto. Increasing crit rate is just fantastic, and if you're going to take a lot of attacks anyway, you will lean towards the Inner South Soto. For example, Herta and Himeko, they attack a lot. If you're a character that likes to stack up damage before doing up a follow-up attack, you can lean towards the Duran set more. For example, Jade uses this set very well because you want to put your skill on a character and wait for the stacks to build up before unleashing their follow-up attack. So generally, you can lean towards the Duran set for Jade. As you can tell, there are different sets for different follow-up attack characters, but generally speaking, if your character is following up attack a lot, use the Inner South Soto. If your character is waiting to do a follow-up attack and building stacks slowly, you can consider using the Duran set more. So enough about builds, let's talk about the ways you can construct a team. So the first character in the team is always a sustain character. Trust me, you will need a sustain character for a follow-up attack team. So right now there are 2. So you can either choose Aventurine, who is a preservation character, or you can choose Ling Sha, who is an abundance character. So you can choose either one and it's completely fine. The next two characters in the teams are gonna be the two main DPS for a full up attack team. So if you're leaning towards more AoE, you can consider Herta or Himeko, or if you're leaning towards single target boss killing FUA, you can lean towards Fei Xiao and Mar 7, depending on which one you prefer. The last character for a FUA team is either a support character to amplify damage, or a third FUA DPS slash sub DPS to supplement the damage that your main DPS is doing. For example, if you're planning to choose a support character, obviously you can choose something like Robin or Runmei to further amplify your current 2 DPS, who are the main ways you're going to be doing FUA. Or you can use Topaz or Jade to further complement and give additional FUA attacks for your team in order to do more damage. It's very flexible. The 4th slot is very open. You can pretty much just use anything there. Remember, you don't always have to use AoE follow-up attack characters in AoE teams. You can also just use single target follow-up attack character in the AoE team and it will do just fine. Just remember what your criteria are for follow-up attack so that your team will never run out of follow-up attack actions in the action bar. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this explains follow-up attack as best as possible. I generalized the video a lot, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. But like I said, if you like this kind of videos, please do leave a like. It shows me I should do more. Comment down below if you have any questions or what teams you're currently using in the follow-up attack meta. And finally, do subscribe. We'll be doing more videos like this in the future. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.